Jack stumbled through the rubble of what used to be Market District 7, his worn boots crunching against shattered glass and twisted metal. The Galactic Council's latest peacekeeping operation had left Earth's cities in ruins once again. Above him, alien warships drifted like metal clouds, their searchlights cutting through the smoke-filled evening sky. He was exhausted, hungry, and wanted nothing more than to reach the underground shelter where his sister Anna waited. But then he heard a sound that made him freeze mid-step, a cry, small, desperate, and distinctly wrong for this war-torn world. Jack followed the sound to a collapsed building, its foundation cracked open like a broken egg. There, nestled in a crater of scorched earth, lay a creature no larger than a cat. Its scales shimmered between midnight blue and silver, catching the fading light. Membranous wings, torn and trembling, lay folded against its small body. The creature's eyes, large, golden, and filled with pain, locked onto Jack's. A dragon, HATCHLING. Jack had heard stories. Of course, every human child grew up with tales of the ancient Draconian Empire, the species that once ruled 1,000 star systems before mysteriously vanishing 3 millennia ago. The Galactic Council had built their civilization on Draconian ruins, studying their technology, occupying their worlds. Dragons were myths now, legends extinct, yet here one was, bleeding and crying in the ruins of humanity's latest defeat. "Hey there, little one," Jack whispered, crouching down slowly. His hands were shaking not from fear, but from the weight of what this meant. If the Council found this creature, they would dissect it, study it, weaponize whatever made it special. The hatchling whimpered, a sound that seemed to echo in Jack's chest. Without thinking further, he shrugged off his jacket and gently wrapped it around the small dragon. The creature didn't resist. Instead, it burrowed into the fabric, seeking warmth and safety. Jack ran. He sprinted through abandoned streets, ducking under debris and avoiding the patrol drones that swept the area. The hatchling trembled against his chest, its heartbeat rapid against his own. When he finally reached the shelter entrance, a hidden doorway behind a collapsed metro station, he nearly collapsed from exhaustion. "Jack," Anna's voice cut through his haze. His youngest sister rushed forward, her medical scanner already in hand. At 17, she was 2 years younger than Jack, but the war had forced her to become the settlement's primary medic. "What took so long?" "I was worried," she stopped, eyes widening as she saw the bundle in his arms. "Is that a dragon?" Jack finished, carefully unwrapping his jacket. "I found it in the ruins. It's hurt." Anna's scientific mind warred with her disbelief for only a moment before training took over. "Bring it to the medical bay now." They worked through the night. Anna cleaned and bandaged the hatchling's wounds while Jack researched everything humanity had ever documented about draconian physiology, which wasn't much. The creature watched them with intelligent eyes, seeming to understand that these humans meant no harm. "Its wing is broken," Anna said, her voice gentle, "and it's severely malnourished." "Jack, where do dragons even come from? How is one here now?" "I don't know," Jack admitted, stroking the hatchling's head. It purred, actually purred under his touch. "But we can't let the Council find it." As if summoned by his words, alarms blared throughout the shelter. The emergency monitor flickered to life, showing Council Commander Zexter's reptilian face. "Attention, human survivors. Our sensors have detected draconian biosignatures in your sector. Surrender the creature immediately, or your settlement will be designated hostile and eliminated." The shelter's population's barely 300 souls erupted into panic. Jack felt their eyes turn toward him, accusatory and afraid. They had so little already. Why should they risk everything for an animal? But Anna stood beside him, her hand finding his. "We don't surrender the helpless," she said firmly, loud enough for everyone to hear. "Isn't that what makes us human?" An old veteran named Marcus stepped forward, his prosthetic arm worry. "The girl's right. Council's been stepping on us for decades. Maybe it's time we remembered how to stand." One by one, others joined them. Engineers, farmers, children, and elderly humans who had nothing left to lose but their humanity itself. Jack looked down at the hatchling, now sleeping peacefully in his arms. In its dreams, it made small chirping sounds. Something stirred in his chest, not just compassion, but something deeper, a connection he couldn't explain. When the Council's troops breached the shelter at dawn, they expected to find cowering refugees. Instead, they found humans standing in formation, armed with salvaged weapons and desperate courage. Jack stood at the front, the hatchling perched on his shoulder, its wounds already beginning to heal with impossible speed. Commander Zexter's eyes widened. "Foolish primates. You choose extinction for a single beast." Jack smiled, and there was steel in it. "We choose to protect what the galaxy has forgotten, that some things are worth fighting for." The hatchling stirred, lifting its small head. Then it sang. The sound was nothing like its earlier cries. This was pure, resonant, ancient a frequency that made the very air vibrate. Throughout Earth's ruins, throughout human settlements, across occupied worlds, people stopped and looked up. Something had awakened in them. Something the years of oppression had nearly extinguished. Hope. The hatchling song reached into the void of space itself. A call that traveled faster than light, carried on quantum frequencies humanity had never discovered, and somewhere in the dark between stars, something answered. The council troops retreated in confusion as their instruments went haywire. Commander Zexter's face twisted with recognition and terror. No, it's not possible. They're extinct. There the sky tore open. Ships emerged from dimensional rifts, massive, elegant, scaled like their smallest kin. The Draconian Empire had not died. They had merely been sleeping, waiting for the call that only their young could make. Jack watched in awe as dragons filled Earth's sky, their wings blotting out the alien warships that had terrorized humanity for so long. The hatchling on his shoulder chirped happily, and somehow Jack understood. It was saying thank you. By morning, the Galactic Council was gone. By morning, humanity had unexpected allies. By morning, the entire galaxy knew the name of Jack Morrison, the human boy who proved that kindness could change the fate of worlds. Anna stood beside her brother as dragons circled overhead, their ancient song mixing with the cheers of freed humans below. You know they'll make statues of you now, she said with a grin. Jack laughed, scratching under the hatchling's chin. I just wanted to help someone who needed it. That's exactly why you're a hero, Anna replied. You saw a scared child, not a legend. That's the most human thing of all. As the first day of Earth's freedom dawned, Jack understood something the galaxy had forgotten. Humanity's greatest strength wasn't their weapons or their technology. It was their refusal to abandon those who needed them. Even when the entire universe said it was hopeless, the skies knew his name now, and they sang it with dragon voices. The end.